Hi guys, I am Miss Patrick, your literacy teacher, and I am literate in young adult books. Here are three of my favorite books: The Fault in Our Stars, The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian, and Eleanor in Park. So, I bet you're asking yourself, what does being literate in young adult literature mean? Well, I know a ton of great teen authors and books. I try and read the Teen Choice list every summer that Ms. Tolwell creates for us, and you guys can actually vote for that list. I go to seminars on teen literature, usually yearly. I frequent our library and I ask Ms. Tolwell questions about new books. She is a great resource. I research new books all the time using Goodreads, and I believe I 100% can find a book for any teenager in my class that he or she will read and actually like. So how are you literate? How do you read young adult literature? First of all, I always ask myself when I read a book, which of my students would like this book? For instance, sometimes there can be a book about certain topics which I just know that certain students would really like. I don't annotate when I read young adult literature, but I do sadly fold down pages for future reference if I like what the page says. I usually write a review on Goodreads if I like them or even if I don't like them to help me remember what I read. I pay attention to trends in adolescent literature such as the dystopian series or vampire series to help me keep current. I make book trailer videos or share books with my students. I call them Teacher Talk Tuesdays. I wish I had more time. And this is one of the books I read this summer, The Sky and the Inside. It is a dystopian novel. The main character is Martin, and he starts to realize that something's not quite right with his picture-perfect suburban world that he lives in. But I really like this part where he talks about his birthday and he's really mad because he gets this motorized or robot dog called the All Dog, and I just think the All Dog turns out to be the other main character in the story. So I'm going to read you this. "My birthday boy," Mom smiled at him. "You certainly are quiet tonight. You haven't said a word about your presents. Not so long ago, you would have been begging to open your gift before the morning vote. Cassie, go get the present for me." His sister trotted from the room. "Okay, this is the big moment," Martin told himself. "Remember to look excited." Then a large object struck him in the chest, knocking his chair to the ground. Something heavy proceeded to dance on him. He gave it a shove and got a look at it. A big golden-coated collie was attacking him in a frenzy of affection, licking his face and yelping ecstatically. Martin became aware of the sound of his own voice adding to the din. "Stop doing that, dog, right now!" The dog stopped whining and wriggling. Ears forward, it considered him. Then it flopped over on its back and lay with its paws in the air, inviting him to rub its white tummy. "The All Dog," read Cassie from the side of a big cardboard box. "Large or small, sleek or fuzzy, all the dogs you ever wanted rolled into one. Contents of box: 1 All Dog, owner's manual, and reset chips. Runs on 2 Everlight long life rechargeable batteries. Batteries not included." "He's all yours, son," Dad said, helping Martin to his feet. "They had to send in your photo and a dirty sock and programmed him right at the factory." "The All Dog," Cassie continued reading, "is the perfect pet and particularly good with children. Do not place your All Dog in a strong magnetic field. Some assembly required." "This is just great," thought Martin. "Here I am, 13 years old, and Mom and Dad give me a dog. A dog! Everybody knows dogs are for little kids." He thanked his parents for his degrading toy and took himself off to his bedroom. He was used to Cassie tagging along and invading his privacy. This time, the dog tagged along, too. So, I really like that book, and I have it. It's called The Sky Inside. Well, although I'm literate in young adult literature, I really want to become more literate in research. I'm working on a doctorate in curriculum and instruction at Northern Illinois University. I have to complete a dissertation, which is basically a very long paper that is 100 to 300 pages, and I have to do research for it. I am really not successful at fitting research into my schedule. It is always the last thing that I have to do, and I never get it done. One goal I have is to set aside 2 hours on Sunday and an hour on Saturday each week for the next year. Another strategy I might use is reaching out to other doctorate students. Because the reading is very difficult and hard for me to comprehend, I do annotate my research articles, but I also think this is why I put it off a lot, because it is very difficult reading. Thanks, guys, for listening to me talk about what I'm literate in, and I hope I can hook you up with the book soon. And thank you for listening to my goals on what I can be more literate in.